the second half of the book of Exodus, the people are given a way to be in the presence of God through the building of the tabernacle. In a sense, it is presented as a reconstruction of the Garden of Eden. So, how can a sinful people dwell in the presence of a holy God? Let's read chapter 29, verses 38 to 46 for 7 descriptions of the tabernacle. Now, this is what you shall offer on the altar: 2 lambs a year old, day by day, regularly. 1 lamb you shall offer in the morning, and the other lamb you shall offer at twilight. And with the first lamb, a 10th measure of fine flour, mingled with 1/4 of a hin of beaten oil, and 1/4 of a hin of wine for a drink offering. The other lamb you shall offer at twilight, and shall offer with it a grain offering and its drink offering, as in the morning, for a pleasing aroma, a food offering to the Lord. It shall be a regular burnt offering throughout your generations at the entrance of the tent of meeting, before the Lord, where I will meet with you, to speak with you there. There I will meet with the people of Israel, and it shall be sanctified by my glory. I will consecrate the tent of meeting and the altar. Aaron also and his sons I will consecrate to serve me as priests. I will dwell among the people of Israel, and will be their God, and they shall know that I am the Lord their God, who brought them out of the land of Egypt, that I might dwell among them. I am the Lord their God. In verse 38, the sacrifice is to make atonement for sins, and have to be carried out every day. Verse 42 indicates that only through the forgiveness of sins is anyone able to meet with God, and also where Moses receives revelation from God. Verse 43 shows the tabernacle is where God meets and reconciles with his people. Also, it is holy because of the presence of God's glory. Verse 45 is where God says he will dwell with his people, and finally, verse 46 shows the goal for him to be known. Later, we come to the climax of Exodus in chapter 40. The tabernacle is built, and God is dwelling with his people, as he did in the Garden of Eden. Verse 34 to 38 say, Then the cloud covered the tent of meeting, and the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle. And Moses was not able to enter the tent of meeting, because the cloud settled on it. And the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle. Throughout all their journeys, whenever the cloud was taken up from over the tabernacle, the people of Israel would set out. But if the cloud was not taken up, then they did not set out till the day that it was taken up. For the cloud of the Lord was on the tabernacle by day, and fire was on it by night, in the sight of all the house of Israel throughout all their journeys. So the tabernacle is a beautiful picture of how God stoops to be with his people. It is all meant to point to an even greater revelation of God, and more immediate access to God, the Lord Jesus Christ. So let us cling to the cross this week with a heart full of praise to our holy God for how he has shown us his glory in the life, death, and resurrection of Jesus on our behalf. The end. That's all.
The end.